the lane. Alexa Ilic with 4 points in the game, along with 7 rebounds as well. So we're at the midpoint of the fourth and final quarter. Buducnost driving down the lane but can't find the bucket. Ivanovic. So both teams, or Galatasaray rather, with a foul to give, so not yet a trip to the free throw line. Jan Korkmaz called for the foul. That'll be his third. So Danilo Nikolic almost losing the basketball, and then, my goodness, Zoran Nikolic trying to dribble his way out of heavy traffic on the perimeter. Korkmaz for three, front rim on the shot, ball still loose off the glass, wrapped up by Suad Sekovic. But in this juncture, 4.5 minutes to play, the home team up by 19, but concentration absolutely crucial. So Ty Webster called for the foul. Ty Webster now, Galatasaray now in the penalty, as he gambled and reached for a steal. Aaron Harrison taking a seat on the bench. 15 points. Perfect shooting from the free throw line once again. So Petar Popovic to the free throw line for the first time tonight, bags his first point of the game. He makes both to put his team up by 21. So barring a calamitous collapse in concentration or Galatasaray getting searingly hot, this game probably out of reach for the visitors. Foul committed by Nikola Ivanovic. Buducnost Voli Podgorica now in the penalty. But again, remember, Buducnost Voli Podgorica fighting to keep their top 16 hopes alive, as they're on the brink of securing their first home win of the campaign. And they are beginning to find their groove. This will do their confidence the world of good. Now, we don't know what is happening elsewhere in terms of Dolomiti Energia Trento. They're in the early stages. They're currently trailing by 6 at Asseco Arca Gdynia. But if they win by 21 or more, then the result of this outcome, the result of this match will be irrelevant in terms of Buducnost Voli Podgorica's top 16 hopes. But they've done all they can in terms of posting not just a win, but a dominant win. Short corner J is off the mark. Ty Webster. Buducnost drives. Fouled in the act of shooting, or go to the free throw line. So Buducnost will go to the free throw line. For the first foul shots of his Euro Cup career. Makes the first. So Alex Buducnost makes both to move to 8 points in the game. It's 4 free throws without reply that Galatasaray have put on the board. Trail by 17, having been down by as many as 21. So the outcome probably assured now, although of course this is basketball and points can be put on the board in a hurry. Buducnost Voli Galatasaray, the 7th most efficient three-point shooting team in the league at 37% for the season. They haven't shot anything like that tonight. Suad Sekovic dribbles left and bags another three-pointer. The shot clock sounds once again. Wonderful patience by the home team, who extend their advantage to 21 small. Absolutely sensational poise being demonstrated by Buducnost Voli Podgorica. But of course, I suppose it's easier to demonstrate poise when you're up by 20. But make no mistake, this hasn't been gifted to them. They've earned this 20-point advantage. So perhaps you can play with a little bit more freedom when the scoreboard is in your favor to that extent. So bricks being laid from the perimeter. Poitras was working like a Trojan on the inside but couldn't find the range. Goxinin Coxal off the mark from the wing. Is this a shooting foul? Danilo Nikolic has bagged 3 of his 4 3-point attempts. Remember, he was fouled on 1 of them and made a 4-point play. So Suad Sekovic receiving a hearty ovation from the crowd. So to the free throw line then goes Danilo Nikolic. Made his foul shot when attempting that when completing that 4-point play. So 21 points the advantage once again, equaling the largest lead of the game for Buducnost Voli Podgorica. And now they have their largest lead of the game. 22 points is the margin of advantage. Nice backdoor cut from Goxinin Coxal. Reduces the arrears to 20. Just over 2 minutes to play here. Oh dear me. Well, again, this isn't going to please the coach because they are playing, remember, to keep their top 16 hopes alive, and they just want to continue to cultivate good habits. And especially for players checking in off the bench who maybe don't see as many minutes as the starting 5 or first couple of guys off the bench. This is an opportunity in the heat of competition. Sure, the result is now in the bag, but just to get used to playing in front of fans and going against live opposition rather than just scrimmaging in practice. So execution is absolutely paramount from a team and a coach's perspective. As the Petar Mijovic will be seeing which crews can be trusted in what situations, who will look after the basketball, who will make good decisions. And after not reeling in the ball on the previous trip down the floor, Zoran Nikolic bowling his defender to the ground in the low post as he's called for his 3rd foul. So just a minute and a half to play now in the game. We saw the game center earlier. It was all square between Asseco Arco Gdynia and Dolomiti Energia Trento. The jam completed on the inside by Marko Arapovic. Take him to 4 points in the game. 18 points the lead now. Kick to the corner. So Zoran Nikolic, oh my goodness. Well, not wishing to highlight anybody unfairly, but it is an observation that on the previous 3 trips down the floor, Zoran Nikolic has been involved in a turnover. The first one where he couldn't catch the pass down by the baseline. That may have been a pass that was out of his wingspan. Then he balled over the defender in the low post, and he's looking to dribble in the low post, and he kicks the ball out of bounds. So the column marked TO, but then he comes up with a big defensive play to make amends somewhat for the giveaways that he has been involved in. Can't fault the man's effort. Zoran Nikolic coming up with a big block against Poitras there. And another one, back-to-back rejections from Zoran Nikolic, who may have been involved in those 3 turnovers, but my goodness, as he made amends with his effort and anticipation at the defensive end to come up with 2 blocks in back-to-back fashion. Wonderful ball movement by Buducnost Voli Podgorica. Shot clock in the red. Somebody's going to have to pull the trigger. Nikola Ivanovic does so. That's an air ball. So a 24-second shot clock violation. Well, the defense of Zoran Nikolic, who came up with those 2 block shots, sees the advantage remain at 18 for the home team, and the home fans will be going home happy. They're wrapping up to brave the elements outside the Moraca, safe in the knowledge that Buducnost Voli Podgorica have secured their first home win of the season. Does that count? Yes, it does. So a 16-point win for Buducnost.